All right, what's up, guys? This is Mark from the Mark Show, and I could introduce myself. Blah blah. I've been dropshipping a long time, and all the good stuff. Sold over $20 million. I have 1,800 videos on YouTube about this stuff. But anyway, so I have Taylor on the line and on the video, and because did a video what like a week or two ago, Taylor.
Yeah, week or two ago, but you just can't stay away, can you?
Yeah. So we did a video a week or two about Facebook Marketplace drop shipping, and I actually found Taylor's channel from a video that Tom did, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
So Tom, so Taylor, first introduce yourself, and then Tom, you could introduce yourself, and then we could go about we could just talk drop shipping.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Taylor Elias. I've been drop shipping for a little over a year now on Facebook Marketplace. Started up a group and got to know Tom, who's also in this call with me through doing this venture. So over to you, Tom.
Yeah, so my name's Tom DeLanks online. I've been entrepreneur for about 3 years now, full time. Started with reselling electronics and then transitioned into Amazon FBA. And then just about November time last year, started drop shipping on Facebook. And out of all of the business models I've tried, it's pretty much, I'd say it's the easiest. And in terms of profit margin, it's one of the best as well. So I came across some Americans doing the drop shipping first and saw they were killing it. And we didn't really have the option to do it in the UK from what I could see, but I found Taylor's channel and saw that he'd been doing it and started doing it the way that he said with PayPal. And then I was fortunate enough to get the shipping option, join Taylor's group, and yeah, now we're here. We're doing well. Me and Taylor have collaborated on a few things now.
Tom, how old are you and where are you from? You said you're an entrepreneur for 3 years, but it just helps so people watching this, like I'm an old motherfucker, I'm 39. So like it helps when like people from your age could identify. So how old are you? And what did you do before entrepreneurship?
So before, I've got 7 years worth of recruitment experience. That was my career, I would say. And I'm 28 years old. I just turned 28 in January.
Nice. Belated happy birthday. I'm January also.
Thank you. Oh yeah, Capricorn.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much where I am with my businesses. I was doing it on the side whilst working my 9 to 5. And then in around about 2020, I quit my job, and that's when it all kicked off, really. At the beginning of whatever was going on around the world, with everybody being at home, e-com was booming, and that gave me my leg up and my start.
But did you have enough, like what made you quit your job? Like, did you have money saved? Because that's a big jump. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I've been an entrepreneur since I was young. I had nothing to lose at the time. So I kind of established, but what the fuck? What made you how did you make that jump?
So my plan was to move to Australia. So I was reselling electronics. I was buying them off eBay, fixing them up, selling them back on eBay or on Facebook Marketplace. And I was doing all right. And then I started selling printers on Amazon. And again, I was doing all right. And a lot of my friends moved to Australia, and I didn't really have any direction in life, to be honest. I was in a job that was good. It was a good job, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to travel and have some more freedom. So my plan was to go to Australia in 2020, but literally a week before I was due to fly, Australia shut their borders and I couldn't go. So I was kind of stuck. I didn't have a lot of money at all. I had enough to get to Australia and then sort of use what I had to get by, find a job and stuff. And I was.
I think we're losing.
Yeah.
I think we lost him.
Back to that.
Hold on, Tom. I think we lost.
Just had to make it work.
We've got some technical issues, Tom.
Hello.
I think we got some technical issues there. We lost you there.
Right when you got to the exciting part about just having enough, right when you got to the exciting part about just having enough money to go to Australia, we lost you.
Right. So yeah, I just had enough money to get to Australia. My plan was to get a job out there and then kick off the reselling again with the electronics in the city. I don't live in a city here, so it's limited to the amount of money you can make. In a city out in Australia, I believe that you can make a lot more money doing it in a city. So that was my grand plan, but my grand
No,
plan
how much?
didn't
You had
turn
five
out to
thousand
be very
dollars. You had
grand.
less than $10,000. Give me a specific, like how
Oh,
tight were you?
I had two and a half grand, £2,500 to my
Jesus.
name.
Okay.
With no, like I was making a bit of money, but it wasn't a lot of money.
Right.
I was definitely, it was a big risk, and I wouldn't recommend anybody do it at all. But
Was it straight after
I
your,
figured,
your last paycheck, was it? Or
well, yeah, it was actually literally my last paycheck came. So they put me
always
on
the
garden
case.
leave,
Last
and
paycheck, right, let me leave.
yeah, there was
Right, but okay,
yeah,
but Tom, you said something, right? And I want
Yeah.
to bring Taylor in and how to talk about this because Taylor is the one doing it as a side hustle. He talks about that. So, but you said, Tom, you wouldn't suggest anyone doing this, right? Like quitting it, like not having a lot of money saved and just like doing drop shipping, right? And
100%.
I would say the same thing to like my brother, but then I'm not sure if just jumping into it and not having anything else to generate money is what would have forced some of us entrepreneurs to be successful, if you know what I mean.
That's true. Yeah, that is true, and I think it definitely showed me that I've got the hunger and determination to make it work no matter what. Like I had no choice. I was down to minimal money, and I just had to make it work. Which I guess if you were to talk to other entrepreneurs who made it big, pretty much did the same thing. They took a big risk. But it's definitely stressful doing it like that, and it's not plain sailing. So if I was to recommend to anybody wanting
Yeah,
to get into
but hold on.
entrepreneurship,
Do you think you would have the discipline to get up and figure it out every single day if it wasn't that stressful? I'm not sure. The reason
yeah,
why I say that, right? I've had calls with people. I've been doing this a while. I train some people on eBay. I've got to know people I've met people in person, right? And that little like comfort, like this one dude I'm training now, it's not just comfort. It's like also the dependency on the hours you have to put on a job. After that, you could be one, tired, and two, you're not that hungry. Like literally, you paying all your bills from your job. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, that's true. I think it depends on the level. I do agree. I do agree with that for sure. Because when I was working my 9 to 5, it was a good job and I was comfortable. And when I got home from work, I had to dig extra deep to make myself do the work after I had just worked. When you get home after a 9 to 5 that you don't particularly like, the last thing you want to do is do more work. So you kind of like to watch TV. So I do agree with your argument there.
So Taylor, how do you get the energy to do this shit after? Because you do this part-time, right? You do this as a side hustle, right? Where do you get the energy? Like explain, kind of introduce yourself like the last video and kind of explain your whole Facebook marketplace thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm 28 years old. I've got a mortgage. I've got a dog.
You started with the mortgage, so yeah.
And I've got a girlfriend that I love. Right. So, and I go to the gym quite often. I'm quite active, and also I've got a friendship circle that I have to entertain myself around. So, what I found is just from reading self-development books my whole life, and I'm a goal setter. I'm a planner, and I know that if you have that end goal consistently at the forefront of your mind, that's where I find the mental energy and the motivation to do it. It's just small things like even just producing YouTube content, starting up a group and listing 1 or 2 items a day myself. I now have a VA doing that. So I found shortcuts that I can do, and that's working out for me. But what's helped me throughout is collaborating with people like you, collaborating with Tom, and also the consistent comments and messages that I get through Instagram and YouTube. That keeps me motivated as well to push out another video. I'm at the moment, I'm pushing out a video on YouTube every month. And you know, Mark, and so do you, Tom, how hard it is to record a video. I write scripts and I can't do anything off the cuff yet because I haven't done it for so long, but eventually I'll get it to a place that it will be a lot easier. I can pump out more, but right now I'm at a state that I'm still motivated after a year, and the shipping option by everything that it is in the UK, because it's so new, that is a super exciting time. And I'm seeing Tom being more successful than I am, and I'm like, oh, I need to get up there. So that's what keeps me alive. And I'll be honest, I'm glad that I can still maintain my lifestyle of I just played squash earlier today. That's why my hair's not done. And you know, this week I'm going away this weekend, so I'm going to push out my video today or tomorrow, and then that'll be another month before I have to make a new one on new content. So it's a mix of all the above. I think you always have to set goals. You have to, even if it's just you're watching TV and you just have to do a half an hour here and there, it all adds up at the end of the day.
Okay. So Tom, you were saying so we have two very different. I mean, I've been an entrepreneur as far as I can remember. Maybe that's good or bad. I don't know. It's like Tom. I don't know if that entrepreneurship is for everyone. But Tom, you're saying you're up to getting 15 sales a day now on Facebook?
Yeah, that's right. I've hired myself a VA who does the listing. So he lists 10 items a day. And he started fulfilling items now. And when he first started, to be honest, he came in, all guns blazing, and we were getting good sales, 5-10 sales a day. And we kind of averaged that for a couple of weeks. And just as of last week, we're now averaging sort of 15 sales, sometimes 20 a day, but on average it's about 15. And I do Amazon FBA. I've been doing that for over a year now. That's my bread and butter.
And what type of FBA? Private label or
wholesale?
Okay.
Wholesale. So the margins are razor thin, and it's all about volume, all volume. Whereas whereas Facebook Marketplace dropshipping is you can make 50% profit margin, whereas on FBA you're struggling to make 50% ROI.
Yeah,
10% margins. Yeah, it's insane. So the returns for the work is astronomical. It's huge. And while in the UK at the moment everybody's clamming to get the shipping option, I see more and more people get it now, but people that really take advantage of having it are in a very, very good position.
Yeah, in the US we've had the shipping option for like a year and a half, and I've always done I've always had like one or two eBay accounts, an Amazon account that I drop shipped on. And then like I found Taylor because I was researching how to get a shipping option, because I've had my Facebook for a long time, but I'm not based in the US. I've lived in the US, I have property in the US, but I'm not based there. So I think I came across your video. So did you try the US at all? Because I came across the video, I think was posted on Tom's channel, about getting on the Facebook Marketplace shipping option US from outside the US or something like that. So did you try US at all or no?
Yeah, so that's how I found out about the dropshipping in general. I found a Facebook group from an American guy doing it who is killing it. And they're doing like really high value stuff, like $100, $150 stuff. And I was like, well, I want a piece of this. How do I do that?
Right.
And I saw in the UK we didn't have, or at least I didn't have, the shipping option. I didn't even know it was a thing. I didn't even know it was a thing. And then I created an American Facebook account using the VPN and got my tax ID set up for the Amazon FBA, and I gave it a shot. But it's harder. It's not as instant in the UK right now. You can list something and you can sell something within an hour of it listing. I've done it multiple times.
Right.
Whereas in America, it's a lot, because like you say, it has been around a lot longer. I wouldn't say it's saturated as such, but there's more competition. So it takes longer to get sales and build the business. And that's exactly what the other guy with the group says as well. He was very surprised to see how quickly guys in the UK are getting sales. And I think
because when you say you guys listen 10 items a day and you're up to 15 sales a day, that's quick. That's really quick.
Good.
Because in the US, to get up to like right now, we had like 8 or 9 sales a day on this new account. We've been only doing it for a month, but she's listing like she started at 10 a day, then 20 a day, and now she's up to 40 a day. Like the girl that's
Wow.
working for me. Yeah. And now we're seeing like steady growth and steady money. But I built one last year, and we still get items you list and you sell right away. But it's not like, I think we have to list a lot more.
Yeah, I think the
And on that
work.
point that Tom said as well earlier, I know the video you're on about as well. I think I'm aware of who the person might be. It's either Ecom Tom or is it Cameron? One of the others. I'm not sure who you're talking about, but I've seen that they are selling stuff for upwards of £800, $800, sorry, like a kayak, listing a kayak.
Right.
or
Y'all
a
don't
swimming
list none
pool.
of that type of stuff.
No,
I'm testing it. It's harder. It's
Yeah,
low value. The margins are good, and it's like £5 to £10 profit, but it's yeah, I haven't sold anything above £70 yet.
Ah,
I've
that's
sold beer fridge, so
yeah.
£200, £50 profit, but it looked like a good beer fridge. And to be fair, it's still on my listings.
So y'all are selling mainly lower price items in the UK.
Low ticket. Yeah, low ticket.
Yeah.
I've staying around the £30 mark is like my average.
Yeah, same. I think that's the one where you can typically use a high quality image to sell for £40 to £50 and buy it yourself for something like £15, right?
Ah, wow. That's so different, because I think what it is like in the US, because there are a lot of like YouTubers and stuff in this space, like a lot of people, hundreds of people, if not thousands, jumped onto Facebook Marketplace really quickly, right? So then there's software involved, like FBM Fox came out, and everything like was moving faster. So you have a lot more people, but even listing, I can't imagine listing 10 items in a day, because you guys, dude, try this software, dude. Because if you can list 50 items in like 2 hours, it might be worth it. You know what I mean? Because
Of the volume, yeah.
if you're doing 15 sales a day with 10 listings a day, that's crazy.
Yeah, you're probably right. We could probably up the work.
There's no case that if you do it too much, that Facebook will understand that you're either using a bot or you're just a spammer.
Right. Early in the game, I remember maybe like the first 2-3 months, I had a couple of people on there, and like we had situations where people list too much. But I think that was I haven't seen enough data to say that's true. I think now you hardly see that happen. Like now I have 3 different accounts that I'm listing on, 3 separate. I'm listing like 20 a day right away. So I don't know if people used to talk about that just because like a rumor in like these dumb dropshipping communities, or because sometimes one person could get suspended and then someone makes a video about it and everyone gets freaked out.
That's exactly it, man. To be fair, the amount of people that have just said, should I be dropshipping if what happens if someone turns up with an Amazon package and they get scared by the thought of that? But there's one instance with my VA, and this is where it got a bit risky, is I told him to start listing garden tools because spring's approaching. I'm thinking, everyone's going to be thinking about getting some garden stuff. He started listing garden shears, things that you could use as a weapon. and I had one product flag up, and I'm still working out. Tom, maybe you can help me out. But do you appeal it multiple times and just say re-appeal it? Because if you accept it, they're like, right, you've got one more chance. Else you're
never
fucked.
accept it. Never accept it. We get we've been selling tactical torches recently, and they've been marked as weapons, and they don't.
Yeah, I did that as well.
Yeah.
Got marked as a weapon.
It got marked as a weapon. So yeah, just appeal it. We haven't had any like strikes or anything like that, and we've been pretty aggressive with it. I think so. I think
UK might be a bit different, because I've sold a gun case.
Can't sell guns. Nothing to do. Nothing. Yeah, it's definitely different in the
live in
UK. We can't sell anything like that. So. I even like a cheese board set.
Yeah.
Like a cheese board set. Even that was against their terms. So and the person receiving it had to be like 18 or something like that. So
Wow.
it's pretty strict with the weapon side of things.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah.
And I think the culture is different as well. British people are a lot more reserved when it comes to like online stuff, especially entrepreneurship. But I think with the buying side of things, British people go to Amazon all the time, much like America, but even with eBay, they're reserved. And now with Facebook Marketplace being so new, the chances of them buying something expensive is very unlikely. And I don't think the customer can do a return through Facebook yet. I haven't had anybody, they have to manually come to me and I have to manually do the return for them to get their money back. They can't, like with Amazon or eBay, they can't go to eBay customer service and get a return yet. So it's all very new for the sellers and the customers in the UK, which is why I think lower ticket stuff is doing so well, because they're like, it's 30 quid, like what's to lose if it turns up? And these people have been so happy that the item have turned up. They've messaged me saying, oh my God, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. And then
God, so you're saying the buyers are like, okay, let me see what happens.
Pretty much. That's what I've yeah, 100%. I think that's the vibe I'm getting by their responses and their feedback when they message me saying thank you, like it turned up, thank you. So, I don't know if Taylor's said that as well.
I have had that. They said they're really happy. On the other hand, I've just had my first return yesterday. I had a really easy process. I just gave him the Amazon code just to hand off to Hermes, and he's going to now just drop it by. And as soon as I get the refund, I'm going to refund him. But I have a question for you, Mark, in terms of the shipping option for Facebook. What happened? Do you have to put in a physical logistical code that's accepted, or can you put in a fake number? Just so
you have to put in a legitimate tracking number.
Oh, that's coming, Tom.
Y'all don't have to.
You don't have to.
What?
Did you say you don't have to?
No, we do. We do. In the UK, you don't have to put in a tracking number.
No, well, we have to put in a tracking number, but you can put in a fake tracking number. So I just put GB, then 16 numbers for we have a provider called DPD. I'm not sure if that's in America. It's like FedEx.
Right,
They have a number followed by 6 other numbers. As long as it just looks like their number, they'll accept it. Yeah, so I'm not sure if that's the same in America, whether you have to actually.
No, dude. In the US, you have to put a real tracking number, and then.
Wow.
And then it verifies when it's delivered, the whole thing. Yeah, and then it deposits. Yeah, we don't get away with.
In the UK, we have a different payment processor. So in the US, it's PayPal or bank transfer, right?
Right.
Where in the UK, we use Stripe. So as soon as we put in a number for the tracking, whether it's legitimate or not, Facebook releases the money to Stripe, and we can get paid within 3 to 5 days. So I think the turnaround time on cash is a lot quicker than the US as well.
Wow. Yeah. So y'all really don't need a lot of money to start.
Not at all. Not at all. You could make. I mean, you really don't need much. Like, you could go to eBay, list a few items for like 15, 20 pounds, and they're selling for like a $5 on eBay. So you can go and triple your money really easily.
Wow. And how are you finding these items?
So it depends on your research method, really. I use eBay a lot, and you can go by eBay's. So we type in, we're not using any software. It's all manual.
Wow.
So we go to eBay and we just type in, I don't know, spring's coming up, so we put in, garden tools or whatever, and then we'll go for the most best-selling items on eBay by like, it says like 984 sold in X amount of time, and then we'll just list it on Facebook Marketplace, and then just keep doing that every day. And the same with Amazon. Go to the bestseller items, see what are selling and things like that. I'd like to try out some other stores like Wayfair. And other
I love Wayfair in the
stores.
UK. I saw someone posted about Wayfair in Taylor's group. So guys, if you watch this, you should join Taylor's group. But I didn't know Wayfair was in the UK also.
Yes, it's in the UK. So it'd be interesting to find that, because they're quite high ticket stuff, most of it. High ticket furniture. So it'd be interesting to see how we can do with that as the industry evolves. But that's my research method. I don't know what Taylor's doing.
All of the above, Tom. I would say as well, just use your gut instinct on what's coming. You know, we've just had Valentine's Day. I've sold a hell of a lot of love key rings.
Yeah.
And I'm still getting ones to even now, because boyfriends have been naughty and not got their girlfriends a gift. But then we've got April coming, so spring. So I'm thinking more what's coming up ahead. Mother's Day, Father's Day, etc.
Yeah.
So that's just bearing that in mind with what categories of products you're looking for. That's what I try to keep front of mind, and it served me pretty well. I've also got some all year round best-selling products that have served me quite well over the year-long period, and I'll keep them to some of them to myself, just to keep the pocket happy.
Yeah. Yeah, because I share when I do product research, I do it similar to you guys. I mainly do eBay. Like, even if I'm selling from Amazon or anything, I start on eBay and find items to sell regularly on eBay, and then find the source and then list from there. If eBay is cheaper, great, but most of the time it's not. But yeah, guys, we should and Tom, are you selling in the US at all? Are you doing FBA in the US or no?
FBA in the US.
Are you doing anything in the US right now?
No. Focusing. I was doing drop shipping on Facebook a little bit, but it's so much easier in the UK, so I'm sticking to the UK for now.
So you were able to do it. So you were able to use the VPN, use the EIN, add the bank. Wow.
Yeah, it's all set up. It's all ready to go.
Use TransferWise or one of those things as a banking.
Yeah, TransferWise. Yeah, exactly. Or PayPal.
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. Like, I'm actually using an actual US account that's like in the 3 different people. And like mine, I have to use my name and have it on a computer online in the US. I didn't even try a VPN. I just don't trust it. Maybe that's just paranoid.
It has to be, like I say, it has to be the static IP address. It can't change.
Right.
So that's why the software I recommended in that video is the only one. It's the only affordable one I could find where you get your dedicated IP address every time you log in. Some companies charge like thousands for this IP address, but that's the only way you can really do it, because if you're dotting and diving into different IP addresses, they're going to be like, well, this guy is clearly not in America and he's dodgy, so we'll ban his account. But yeah, give it a try. It's worked. Yeah, it worked for me, and I've had no problems.
Okay, sweet. So guys, let me I have a call because we are supposed to do this later. Give me like 5 minutes. We could end this really quickly. I have a quick call, but I want us to continue this conversation if you guys have like 20 minutes off camera, just to talk about different things. But guys, if the guys on YouTube who are watching this, like the video, subscribe. I'll put a link to both Taylor's and Tom's channel. I'll put a link to Taylor's Facebook group. I took a picture from your group, Tom, and put it in my YouTube community today. And I said, not Tom, Taylor. I said, I got the person who said, like they found it on Amazon for £1.
Yes,
someone posted.
Respect the hustle.
I respect it.
Yeah,
I respect it. You can't teach that. You can't teach that. She's like an old lady. I was like, fucking love it.
And she just said it. That's funny.
I know.
But yeah, so guys, if you want to be part of those funny conversations as well, join Taylor's group. Because when dropshipping could be when you're home just on your computer, like it helps and you get to share ideas and so on and sometimes find comedy in how we make money.
100%. Thanks, Mark. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, so whenever you guys want to be back on, you guys should come on. But yeah, Taylor, I'll send you another Zoom link and we can talk for like 5-10 minutes if that's cool.
Yeah, no worries. I'll send it to you, Tom. No problem.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
All right, cool. All right, guys on YouTube, comment. We'll actually respond. All right.
Yeah, like and comment. Cheers.